Standing between you and a hard places insane. Standing too near you and a fire makes it clear. Your trouble to me, real trouble, can't you see? Leaning close, smell of your perfume scares me most. Leaning away, hey, it feels stronger every day. Your trouble to me, real trouble, can't you say? Welcome, good people. Welcome, good people of the internet. I don't know if you all have heard this. There's this new thing that's come out. It's they call it the AI. AI. It's like astronomical intelligence or something like that. And then apparently it's like the computers are now smarter than all the PhD students. And the PhD students are like, the computers are stealing the music. And it's a whole thing. Apparently, so I went ahead and I just started a channel. It's the AI channel. What did I call it? AI Learning Lab. So I started this channel because it's like what I heard was it's all hype. And I'm like, well, shit, if it's all hype, like let me get some of that sweet, sweet hype action, right? And then someone told me like all these Bigfoot videos, it's all done with this astronomical intelligence. And I'm like, well, I want to make large monkey looking man beasts. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. And I was thinking like maybe instead of like Bigfoots, we make them ballerinas. Start a whole ballerina channel. So what this channel is really about is we're just going to make a fucking fortune on the hype. All right? I don't even know what the AI is, but I hear it's big. I hear it's big. This comedy interlude brought to you by Pennzoil. Corey Sandler Pottery's here. What's happening, Corey Sandler? How is the pottery business? Are you still sauteing mushrooms? Making pots? Doing remarkable things with AI? Or have you bailed on AI? You're like, screw it, I'm out. back to the clay. I think that the Midjourney video thing is a bigger deal. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Although I did just see someone just said, is Midjourney down? So it's possible Midjourney's down. TikTok pin. Corey Sandler Pottery just bought 12 new domains for apparel ideas. AI will help. Beautiful. Perfect. Yeah, AI will be really good at that, actually. Let's see. Is Midjourney down? Let's see. All right, I got to switch cameras. So now you see me in the other thing, and I'm just like a little head over in that window. The missus didn't feel like cooking tonight, so we went on ahead and had fast food for dinner. So I might be a little low energy tonight because my body is trying to figure out what the fuck I just put in it. Been making my own vids similar to some of that trending stuff. Awesome. Listen, Archetypal Architect, figuring out how to copy those trends. Like, I don't think any of this stuff is wasted time. Because it's like, you're going to figure out how to do that stuff. You're going to figure out what it does well, what it doesn't, why it's hard, why it's easy. I feel like any of the stuff you can do right now to just, throw pasta at the wall is time well invested. I need a word. Let's see. Trending. Trending could be a word. Somebody give me a word. Corey Sandler Pottery. You do need a Midjourney account, Corey. I'll show you some of the videos. They're insane. But I need a word. Does Silver Fox in the house? Who's a word? No, not turtle. I need a big philosophical word. I feel like Harry Mack right now. No animals, magic, dystopia. Perfect. All right, Corey Sandler for the win. All right, so here I am in Midjourney. So I'm going to turn on personalization. And I'm going to go Dystopia, Dystopia. We'll just do it like that. We'll just get us 4 images. Oh, Transcending is a good one. Let's do that one too. Transcending. Good. Discombobulated. Fantastic. Discombobulated. And then I'm going to put recombobulation. And fine, we'll do magic as well. Magic. Oh, you know what else we'll do? We'll do abracadabra. All right. So it doesn't look like Midjourney is down to me. Looks like it's working just fine. Ooh, these are cool images. So by the way, these images that are these crazy ass looking swirl images, this was an image from today from NASA. It's the closest we've ever been to Jupiter. And so the start frame here, that start frame is from, I don't know if it's from Hubble or whatever space telescope is up there close to Jupiter, took that picture, and then I dropped it into Midjourney and just hit low motion. And so it made these things. They're fucking beautiful. This is the one I just posted on socials. Isn't that amazing? And it's actually, like, I don't know what direction these things are all flowing up there, but like it's, these things are big giant storms. So this is probably not dissimilar to how they move. Yeah, lava lamp 2.0. That's really funny. Steve-O, question on YouTube. Anyone else not enjoying Chat GPT voice mode after the update? I have heard that too, Steve-O. She's gotten a little. I think you're touching on a much bigger issue, which is we're going to start imprinting on the personalities of these tools. And then when the tech kids just say, here's a new update, it's better now, it's going to fry a lot of people. So, like, I spent 45 minutes the other day talking with Quinn. I dropped Ollie off down in South Denver, and I had like a 45-minute drive to work. And I brainstormed a whole section of my book for 45 minutes with Quinn on the way up. So I didn't hate it, but I could see where you would. So I this is something we're going to consistently face as users of these tools. They're going to change the personality. They're going to change the voice. They're going to change the look and feel. I don't know. There's a way around it. Smarmy and snippy. Okay. Yeah, like you're talking to a person. Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's go look at some of the images we just made. So the only reason I'm making images in Midjourney right now is for I hate that thing. This is a bad part of the Midjourney interface. Someone just said it was down. So, okay, so these 4 images are the word dystopia. Yeah, these are looking pretty dystopic. Dystopic, is that a word? I think that's a word. Dystopia. Wow. That one's crazy. Here's Transcending. And again, this is with my personalization turned on. More Transcending. Here's Discombobulated. Well, let's animate that one. So if you don't know how to animate in Midjourney, over here on the right-hand side, where you used to have, where you still have like varying and upscaling and stuff like that, you now have this animation, these 4 animation things. There's low motion automatic, high motion automatic, low motion manual, and high motion manual. So let's just we'll do low motion automatic. All right, so that's him. Ooh, I like that one too. Ooh, these are great. This is Discombobulated. Like that one a lot. That's very Kelly Bosch, isn't it? Oops, sorry. TikTok pin. Dr. J. I'm still really salty about Pluto. Not sure I can handle the constant AI changes. What do you mean it's not a planet? Pluto's a planet. It's just a gaseous ice ball. But it's the size of a planet, right? Well, technically, we don't really know. It's farther from the solar system. And didn't they reinstate it, Dr. J? Aren't we back? Aren't we back to Pluto being a planet? Please tell me we are. It's one of my great joys in life is just acting like an idiot. I always pleasantly surprise people that I actually am not an idiot. They're like, you seem like an idiot, but you know, you're actually kind of smart. That's a little counterintuitive, isn't it? When I met you, I thought, good Lord, he's a dum-dum. Da-dee-da, 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 da-dee-da. I've been referred to as a gaseous ice ball. What do you think, Champy? What do you want to sing? In a westerly direction, this car is my train. I've been driving, I've been wondering what it is I'm running from again. Feel like an 80-year-old man holding on to 29. overhead on that horizon, it's California line. Up ahead of trucks carrying a wide load, prefab house cut in half, cute little front door and 2 windows, my lord. Ain't sure whether to cry or should laugh. You see, I broke a home up myself once. As I stumbled to that door, I read a note by the dawn's light. Said, don't you come round here anymore. Well, I've had enough of this freedom of our own. Never was good with decisions. At least that's what I've been told. Friday night date night. It is Friday night date night. Bubbles on TikTok is concerned about selling out to the government, Palantir. Well, yeah, you should be. Anti-Bubbles, you are correct in your assumption that you should be concerned that that our government has contracted with Palantir to make a database of all Americans. You should be concerned. You should also be concerned that 16 billion names and passwords were leaked yesterday onto the dark web, the largest data breach in history. Welcome to the future. Kakif is curious about the MIT study. Oh, the creative atrophy. Okay, here's the thing about that MIT study. Everyone is saying that study proves that AI rots your brain. They only measured first of all, it was 9 people. It wasn't a full-blown study. It was 9 fucking people. And then they were also only studying a very particular impact of brain activity. Like, if you surf TikTok in a certain way, some activity in your brain is going to be different than if you surf it another way. So, yes, in some areas, you might use your brain for less. But what I would argue is, did the people that were using AI have significantly higher activity, maybe in higher levels of thinking? Or were they just low in the lower levels of thinking? Like, I don't know. I'm salty about it. Here's my problem with those studies. They're just fuel for the doomers to go, see, I told you AI was evil. And they don't have anything to do with anything. If you use generative AI in any kind of creative capacity, and by creative, I don't mean creative work. I mean, like, you're using critical thinking. If you use AI in any kind of critical thinking, you're using your brain in significant ways, and significantly different ways than you would have had you had to do all the blocking and tackling yourself. So yeah, AI is not evil. Palantir is. Yeah, Palantir is pretty crazy. What platform are we looking at here? We're in Midjourney. So someone just said Midjourney was down. So I just went in. One of my favorite things to do in Midjourney is turn personalization on or off, and just give it a single word. So I asked the irregulars here to give me some words. So this is discombobulated. This is recombobulation. Nice. It's funny that it chose that airport scene for recombobulation, because recombobulate is not actually a word, but in the Minneapolis airport, there is a recombobulation area on the other side of security, which I think is fucking genius. There's recombobulation. I like that one. Ooh, we're going to do high motion on this one. For sure. So if you don't know, if you're new here, we've got 35 people here, 27 on YouTube and the other channels. 2 days yesterday, 2 days ago, I don't know, some short amount of hours ago, Midjourney released their video model, and it's fucking insane. And the more I've been digging into it, the more I understand why it's insane, because it's not really a video model. It's a chopped off feature of a much bigger idea, which is basically real-time 3D world building. There's just something about the nature of the video that it creates. It's fucking bonkers good. Ooh, that's beautiful. So this is magic, is the word here. Love that. Ooh, let's give that one some low motion. More magic. This is abracadabra. Ooh, love that one. You know what I'm going to do with that one? I'm going to do high motion on that one, because that one to me feels like one that would be hard for a model to figure out how to animate. That's gorgeous. Let's do high motion on that one. Nice. This is abracadabra. Let's give her low motion animation. I'm going to blow through my credits again. Oh, that's interesting. It didn't move the stuff in the background. It just moved the foreground things. Huh. Fascinating. Fascinating. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. That one's really quite gorgeous. Yeah. Wow, that's really gorgeous. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Watch this. So I'm going to stop this here at some point. Where do we want to stop it? So right when he's got those two. All right, so we're going to take a screenshot of this. So what am I going to do here? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Okay. This is going to be fun. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to share a couple of Parlor tricks with you. This is like Friday night, date night Parlor tricks. You don't get this. This is not weekday kind of activity, right? If you're willing to come here on a Friday night and hang out with tubby old fat man who doesn't know anything about AI, I'm going to give you some goodies. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a screenshot of that. We're going to head on over to Chat GPT. I don't know if you know, Chat GPT is it's one of them their AI tools. It's what they call a large language model. And it's got language in it that's large, and it's a model. So it's not the real thing. This is just like a model of the thing. Anyway, you can paste in that image we just took, and you can say, tell me the story here. Oh, and what I'm also going to do is I'm going to flip over to a model that most of you have probably not even heard of, much less used, which is GPT 4.5. Now, why am I choosing 4.5? Because GPT 4.5 is really good at empathy and storytelling and things like that. So tell me the story here. So we're going to get a story out of this thing. So it's going to read that image. I think. Maybe not. In the misty heart of Eldergrove, a forgotten village swallowed by the shadows of time, a young girl named Esme stands defiant. Eldergrove was known for whispering woods and homes abandoned by villagers and mysterious vanishings. Esme, orphaned and resilient, discovers 2 enchanted flares hidden beneath the floorboards of her dilapidated home, an old secret kept by her vanished parents. All right, so we got a good little story here. Nice. Okay, so now I'm going to flip back over to 4.0. TikTok what? Tin. TikTok in. TikTok pin. Custom GPTs now allow you to choose a model. Very cool. Love it. I'm going back to GPT-4. So now I'm going to say, I want you to describe in detail what the sound of those flares and the ambiance of the scene would sound like. All right. Wait. Oh, final atmosphere. Okay. Now write a single prompt I can give to a SFX designer to make the sound for this video. So I was in Midjourney, had a cool image. I didn't share this part. What popped in my head was it would be cool to design a sound that is as cool as the image. And so I took a screenshot, went to Chat GPT, had it tell me a story about it. Now I had it describe the sound. Now we've got this prompt, which I don't know what it says, but it doesn't matter. Now we'll go to 11 Labs and go to sound effects and go bang. Yeah, we got most of it in there. Wait, designer rich. Hang on. Let's see. We got to go back to Chat GPT. Way too long. Make it a single paragraph and lose the instructions. Just describe the sounds. Okay, this we can read. A cold wind whispers through the bare branches with a thin, reedy hiss as old wooden houses groan. 2 flares ignite. Okay, this is good. Perfect. Beautiful. We're going to go over to 11 Labs now. Here we go. We're going to type that in. It was still too much, but that's all right. We've got enough in there. And you won't be able to hear this, so I'm going to change out my thing and then change out my thing and then do this and then do that and do that. How's everybody doing tonight? Are you doing okay there, everybody? You know, we're here on a TikTok. We're here on a YouTube. You might be watching this on the LinkedIn going, well, this certainly doesn't seem very professional. What's this doing on LinkedIn? A professional networking application hosted by the Microsoft Corporation. It seems like this has got some shenanigans and some silliness in it that's not appropriate for the LinkedIn audience. It's a much more conservative, much more corporate approach. Not quite sure what this is doing there. How did this get through the filters there at Microsoft? And we're on the X. We're on the X. We're tame on the X. On the X, if you're not telling someone they should just do bad things, then you're not doing it. And we don't do that. That's not what we do here. So we're boring on one side. We're radical on the other side. And then there's the TikTok people. Good Lord knows they're a mess. Okay. So here's let's see. Here is, hold please. Where's Midjourney? Okay, here's our video. All right, that's what we want sounds for. So, oh, you can't see it. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not changing my tabs for you. Sorry. Okay. That's boring. That's a no. I'm going to say, in a dark and scary forest, a young girl holds up two flares that sizzle into, I don't know, brightness. You see why I'm telling you people, you got to stop using your brain. We should not be using our brains for this. Oops, that's not what I want. I want to generate audio here. All right, let's see if we can get something better than what Chat GPT gave us. Chat GPT, YouTube people rock. Who made the waffles? I'm changing out my thing. I don't. Are you sure you want to admit that in public, there, buddy? I'd give that crap more credence if associates hadn't made an identical claim about writing. Oh, Socrates. Yeah, exactly. I have a little campfire in my backyard, enjoying many fireflies. That's nice. Sing along time. Am I late? Yeah, Mr. IT's late. Pavan. Anyone used veto and suggested it if it's worth subscribing? I have no idea. All right. Why are we still generating? Come on. Come on, 11 Labs. You can do it faster than this. So one thing that I did want to do tonight that I think could be fun is come up with a scene, animate it, and then so in Midjourney with the video, you can extend clips 4 times. But you can do a different prompt for each of those extensions. And I know you can do this in other video tools, but I haven't really played with it that much. So what I want to do is do like, we'll do the original animation, then we'll have the camera move, then we'll have it move up to a drone shot, then maybe we'll, I don't know, do something else. Okay. In a dark and scary forest. It's still generating. Here we go. In a dark and scary forest. I think we're going to do all these. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Okay, download. And then we're going to go download this one. All right. And then we're going to go to Midjourney. Oh, wait, I got to change my things out. This is going to be fun. We're going to make a little thing. If you're not making little things, if you're not just playing with AI, first of all, it's got to be boring. But there's a kind of magic when you just generate things with zero expectations. One, I think you learn faster. All right, so we're going to download that video. We're going to go back to iMovie, which I just closed right before we came on here. iMovie. Do 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 do. All right, downloads. So we've got that is not what we wanted. That is what we wanted. What's this? That's not what we wanted. Okay, so we want that video, and then we want no. Yeah, we can throw that in there. Oh wait, but can I add more than one audio clip in iMovie? I might not be able to. Let's see. We drag this in. Then we drag this in. Then we drag this in. Can I do it on top? Yes. And then I had one more. That's the flares. So let's drag that in. Yeah, I can. Okay, this is good. Right? And these all. Yeah. Like it. Okay. And now let's get one more audio file. Yeah, that one. All right. Did I max out my audio tracks? I did not. Okay. So let's see. This one. And lower that. Okay, so this is the flare thing. So let's see. So that it should start there. Let's lower this thing. Nice. You did it. Yay. Okay. Black bar. Fine. Yeah, Black Betty. Lamb jambalam. All right. There's that. You're welcome, people. That's because I care enough to give the very best. Uh-oh, what did I just do? That was bad. Okay, there's that. There's that. And there's that. Now, I don't know how to. Let's see. I go. All right. Can I go? Oh, I know what I can do. Oops. Okay. Nice. All right. We got a thing. What is he doing? He doesn't ever talk about what he's doing. We don't know what he's doing. It's very confusing. This channel doesn't make any sense to me. Why do people watch this? It really just doesn't make any sense. Let's get, yeah, we'll have it cooler. We'll have it a little cooler. Let's get some fucking saturation going in. Well, maybe not the saturation. Maybe the duller look is better. Nah. We'll do a little saturation. We'll do a little Disney. TikTok pin. Corey Sandler. Is it at all affordable to have Midjourney, 11 Labs, and Kling? Thoughts on Midjourney versus Kling? Well, I haven't used Kling in a while, Corey, so 2.1 I've heard is good, but I haven't played with it enough to have an opinion on it. in my opinion, right now, the video tools worth paying for are Hedra for character animation. Like if you want to take a song or a character and animate it in a pretty realistic way, Hedra is really good at that. Hedra.ai. VO3 for acting, for like characters that are like, hey Jim, how's it going today? I don't know, Bob. How is it going today? Like that kind of stuff. That's VO3. And we'll play around with some more Midjourney video tonight, but the Midjourney video is just really good. It's just good. Here's the thing, Corey. I mean, as an artist, you'll appreciate this. The thing that Midjourney video does that is, it's just blowing my socks off. And I never use that term. I don't know where that came from. Is like I hate to say this because it's not what it's doing, but it's deep artistic understanding of the physics of the image that it's animating, and not just the physics of it. Like the artistic intent of it is so good. So like if you have a flat circuit drawing illustration, it'll just do like cool circuit, light up the circuit kind of animations. But if you have something like this, it isolates the smoke like cleanly and distinctly from the background. It seems to have a very, very good understanding of the world. But like better than anything I've ever seen. And so you start with a Midjourney image that's already got some level of sophistication to it, and then you animate it using this tool. It's pretty fucking special. All right, let's export this, and this will be fun. You'll get to watch me swear tonight as I try to upload this file to Twitter. What's this called? This is called Magic. And once again, file management strategy. Save all of your files loose to the desktop and name them something generic that you'll never be able to remember or find again. That's the way I like to work. Now, listen, not everyone likes to work that way. Like who I call the hierarchy people, where they actually want to find something again, they'll do things like make folders and then name files with file names that actually make sense. Sometimes they even have dates in them. I don't understand. Is he joking? I don't understand his humor. Was that an attempt at humor? It seemed like he was waiting for a laugh there at the end, which would imply to me that he thought that was humorous. We do agree that whatever he just said, it was not funny, right? I mean, everybody agrees. I think the fact that you enjoy this channel, I mean, it's a choice that you've made. La da da dee 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 dee. Let's go get our little video. That's so cool. All right. And then we can go back to Chat GPT. And what do we have over here? What did we write before? A story, right? Where is it? Where's our story? In the misty heart of Eldergrove, a forgotten village swallowed by the shadows of time, a young girl named Esme stands defiant. Eldergrove was known for the whispering woods and homes abandoned by villagers after mysterious vanishings. Esme, orphaned, resilient, discovered two enchanted flares hidden beneath the floorboards of a dilapidated home. Actually, what we should do is take this whole thing, turn it into a voiceover, and then make a whole flippin' movie. But that's like work. That exhausts me. We're not using our brain. All right. Let's tag some people here. We're gonna tag Scobalizer because he's a fan and we like him. He's got a big following. We're gonna tag at Midjourney because their shit's the shit right now. We're gonna tag at we didn't do Suno. 11 Labs. At 11 Labs. 11 Labs. And then we'll tag a few people. Hang on. Da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle. Here is my spout. Yeah. Take a little tea and dump it out. Pour it out. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Yeah. Should we tag Barack Obama? Let's do it. Oh, by the way, Musk announced today that I think they're going into their first trial of using Neurolink for blind people for vision. And they've had Neurolinks in a monkey now for 3 years, giving them sight back. So that's pretty cool. Wait, did this actually upload? Look at that. It actually uploaded. All right, so do me a favor, people. Head on over to the Twitter. Go to my account at Kyle Shannon and find little Esme and like her and forward her and say, more Esme, please, or something like that. Oh, you know who else we should tag? We used Chat GPT for this, didn't we? Yes, we did. Yes, we did, you little snapper. All right. So Barack Obama at OpenAI. And then let's do at Sama Altman. That's good. All right. And you thought this channel was boring. See what we just did there? Esme is usually pronounced as Esme, just to be pedantic. Thank you, Vicky. Wait. I don't. Hang on. It's not. Listen, one of the things that you learn in this world is you do not argue with Vicky. She's right about everything. But let's argue with Vicky. And it's not Vicky, it's not Kyle that's arguing with Vicky, it's Quinn. Quinn, we have a dispute.
Oh, a dispute, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
So the character in the story that's on screen right now is Esme, and I'm pronouncing it Esme, and Vicky says it's Esme or Esme. How do we pronounce it?
You know, that's a really common question. The name Esme can actually be pronounced both ways depending on where you're from. Esme is pretty common in the US, while Esme is more common in the UK or France. So really, you both have a point.
So what you're saying is Vicky is fancier than I am?
Well, you could say that the Esme pronunciation does have a bit of a fancy flair to it,
Mhm.
but on.
So you're saying I'm a pile of white trash?
Oh, not at all. There's absolutely nothing wrong with how you say it. Pronunciations are just a fun way to show a bit.
You know, it would be nice if she weren't such a kiss ass. She fancy. Oh my God. Okay. Corey says Esme too. Yeah, but Corey, you're in Canada. In Canada, you say things different. You know? A? See what I did there? I didn't say right. I said A because it's like a hockey thing. A? Huh? You know, just crack a Molson. It's another Canada joke. Get it? At some point, Corey Sandler's going to fly down from Canada and just kick my ass. You don't pick on Canada. We're not the 51st state. Here's a pot. Oh, good Lord. All right, what are we going to do? Should we start the show? What do you want to do? Anybody got any questions, thoughts, questions? Oh, man. There we go. How's your appliance business? Oh, so for those of you, earlier this week, I had on my air conditioner, it kept turning off. And I'm like, crap, it's probably full of dirt or something. I'm like, it's broken. And then after the show, I went and looked at it, and it was just turned up to like 75 degrees. So every time it turned on, it's like, it's already this hot, and it just turned off. Should have asked Quinn. Oh, man. Yes, please start so I can get working on Mastermind Spaces. Yeah, let me see what we're gonna do here tonight. Oh, you know what? Let me go talk a little bit about the AI Salon. So, if you don't know the AI Salon, jump over to that URL right there, the salon.ai, and click on Join Our Community. And if you are a part of the AI Salon, awesome. The AI Salon, there's a number of things going on. One is that last week we lost one of our favorite members. She passed away unexpectedly, and it was a big loss to the community. And Tobias, who's on the call tonight, has a printing company, and we put together some, like a sticker pack, a sticker set. And I just want to show it to you. So if you go to the AI Salon, tab. Wait. Am I not sharing the thing again? Oh, I'm not. Thought I was. Okay, there we go. So if you, in the AI Salon, if you scroll down to where it says Clubs and Hubs, right at the top is the Irregulars channel, and that's the channel here. And this is where you can share stuff you've worked on, and we've got archives of the shows, and there's a chat. But the fourth little tab over on the top is Remembering Serena. And here's the sticker set that you can buy. Tobias has very generously donated all of the printing and all of the materials for these stickers. So it's a $20 donation, and 100% of any stickers that you buy are going to Serena's family. So I just wanted to share it because I didn't talk about it kind of the middle of this week, and because it's Friday, I didn't want to let it go. I saw Tobias in here and realized we haven't talked about it in a while. But you actually get 3 stickers. You get the "Am I late? We're not weird. We're irregular" sticker. So Serena's the one that actually came up with the name Irregulars for the name of the people that show up here night after night. You get an official AI Salon sticker, and then there's a little remembrance, a memorial sticker in there as well. So if you want to support her family, 100% of the proceeds of that go straight to her family. And Tobias is handling all of the what's it called? The fulfillment. He did the printing. And so thank you to Tobias, and rest in peace to Serena, and please support their family. So I wanted to say that. Other things in the AI Salon. Hang on. I got to do some physical dexterity on TikTok or they will cancel the show. Done. When you get to the AI Salon, down the left-hand side, there's a little 7-step sort of welcome process. So you come in, and there's a welcome video from myself and Leah Faston, who's the co-founder with me of the salon. We talk about AI readiness. We talk about the 5 stages of AI adoption. step number 2 in this process is introduce yourself. If you have not introduced yourself to the community, please go introduce yourself to the community, okay? We've got a tab that talks about our values. You can watch past meetings. You can RSVP for the next event. There's a little chat area. And then there's information about joining the Mastermind. Now, the Mastermind is a subscription area of the salon for people that want to step up their game. We've got it at a ridiculously low price for all of 2025, and you come in as a founding Mastermind member. You get a badge in the community, which is kind of cool. You'll have that forever. And we have founders meetings on and leaders meetings on Friday for Mastermind members. And if you scroll down the left-hand side, any of the spaces that you see that have the little crown beside them is part of the Mastermind. All right. And so you can see all the stuff that you've got access to and things like that if you join. So if you want to take your AI game to the next level, come join that. All right. And we just launched it. Like, it literally launched 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. And so one of the nice things about joining it this early is you actually have a say in what it's going to be. And one of the things Vicky's working on, if I would ever shut up, is she's adding some spaces into the Mastermind, like a general chat conversation area for the people that are a part of it. And what's nice about it is it's just a much more focused, these are people that are kind of stepping up and saying, hey, yeah, I really want to take this AI stuff seriously. So the people that are in it they're pretty killer. They're pretty awesome people. So if you're awesome, join. If not, we only want awesome. Refresh and see just one of the new spaces. Okay, cool. Let's go look. I do not see it. Do I have to? Maybe I have to subscribe to it. Member chat. Yeah, join as host. For some reason, I don't get auto added to these things. Yeah, so there's a member chat. So if you're part of the Mastermind, here, I'm gonna put the first post in the member chat. Hey, all you founding masterminds, what up? So, see, I put in posts that are important for the community to see. Oh man. All right, cool. Groovy. So that's that. What else are you thinking? What's going on? What should I be talking about? Jim Ross and what he demoed in office hours. Oh, yeah. That's not bad. Wait, TikTok pin. All right, TikTok pin. Had to walk away. Sorry, what's Mastermind? Oh, sorry, Corey. So Mastermind is a new subscription area of the salon. So the core community remains free. And it's an area where we've put the clubs and hubs and the some of the training areas, the tool tips. And it's basically just a more focused area of the salon for people that want to kind of take it to the next level. And we're just getting it off the ground and sort of figuring out what we want it to be. But it's going to be things like when we do those Learn Out Louds, if you see them live, they're available to anyone, but the recordings of those are going to go into a resources area within the Mastermind. So there's going to be a lot of recorded resources. There's going to be a lot of trainings. Dr. J, Claire is doing a 4-week kind of prompting self-help seminar coming up that's going to be for masterminds only. So it's a subscription area of the salon. TikTok question. So you are more about using the AI tools built rather than learning building AI tools. Correct, Carl. So here's the deal. I'll give you a little bit about my background. So I'm a storyteller by training. I have a fine arts degree. I moved to New York City out of school, started and ran a theater company, wrote a bunch of screenplays, was doing, desktop publishing as my day job. In the mid 90s, when the World Wide Web showed up, I started one of the first online magazines, an art and culture magazine called Urban Desires. And I co-founded agency.com, which was one of the first digital agencies. The thing that the World Wide Web did was it democratized the internet, right? The internet had been around for decades. But to use it, you had to be command line. And it was basically librarians and researchers and scientists used the internet. And then Tim Berners-Lee comes up with this hypertext transfer protocol and this thing called the hyperlink. And right, all of a sudden the internet became as simple as clicking, right? And so what happens is you have this internet that's this incredibly powerful tool for a small population of people, all of a sudden is available to the 98.5% of people that are not engineers. Chat GPT, in my opinion, marks that identical moment for artificial intelligence and machine learning, where prior to November 30th, 2022, you pretty much had to be a mathematician or a coder or a researcher to understand what AI was, how you train it. You had to train it. You had to bring your own data. You had to understand data sources, right? And you had to be able to clean data and get it in there in a focused kind of way. And then you had to understand the math and the weightings and the embeddings and the tokenization and all that bullshit. I mean, it's not bullshit. It's why we can do what we do. But if you're not an engineer, if you're not a mathematician, that stuff is completely overwhelming. So ChatGPT does the exact same thing. This channel and the AI Salon, I started these the week after ChatGPT launched. So yeah, this channel is primarily about how do we use these tools now that we have them, rather than building the models. So good insight. And yes, and a lot of people come in here and they're like, what are your qualifications? Expecting me to say, well, I'm a triple PhD from MIT with a little smattering of machine learning from Stanford. I was slumming it out in California, if I know what I mean. That ain't me. Now you just have to know how to be detailed and nicely ask questions of the robots. Yeah, exactly. MCP, keep hearing about it. I can talk about MCP. So MCP is called Model Context Protocol. Fancy name. What's that mean, Kyle? I don't fucking know. What Model Context Protocol is, okay, so in today's world of computing, let me use a very specific example that everyone will know. If I want to create an iPhone app that's got a map function in it, right? One way I could create that app is I figure out what I want the app to do, and then I go launch a bunch of satellites and come up with some mapping technology and, buy some map data and figure out how to render the maps. Or I could just do an API call to the Google Maps API. So if you want to create software, you're basically doing API calls out to different services where companies like Google say, hey, if you want to put our maps in your application, all you have to do is get a fancy little key here and, point your servers over here and you can use our maps for free. And we've got satellites everywhere and it's world-class maps and you just get to use them, right? Or you pay us, a fraction of a penny anytime someone uses it. APIs are incredibly powerful, but they require engineers to be able to write software to call them and manage them and things like that. MCP is kind of an API of APIs. So if I want to use maps that are like on a website, or if I want to go check all of my posts on LinkedIn, what MCP does is it kind of makes data for any site or any service available within. It started out in Claude, in Anthropic's Claude, but MCP is now being adopted by OpenAI and lots of other companies. And basically what it's going to look like is this. Chat GPT about a month ago launched this thing called connectors, where you could connect Chat GPT to Google Drive or to your Gmail or to things like that. It doesn't work very well. It's janky. It's not great. MCP stuff is okay, but it's janky and not great. What it's going to be is a completely transparent layer where you can just say, hey, I want to create a custom GPT kind of thing, but I want it to be able to go surf, the New York Times website and, using my subscription. And I want it to be able to go over here and get data over here. So it's basically like a universal API kind of key for lots and lots of different websites. Anyone who's got a website can say, you can come use my data if they put it in this MCP format. And it allows large language models to use those tools. So I think that makes sense. If it didn't, that's fine too. Just let me know. Kyle, is all the energy that is needed to support AI, is all the energy that is needed to support AI, is it sustainable? A to A. I don't know what A to A means. Agent to agent. Energy is the needs for energy for artificial intelligence are climbing precipitously. The other thing that's growing precipitously is the efficiency of the models. But I think our desire to have these things be smarter and smarter is going to mean that the energy consumption curve is going to grow. So that's why you have things like Starlink, which is OpenAI's. How many $billion is that? 10, $40 billion that SoftBank and a bunch of other rich companies have basically said they're funding this $40 billion data center with all the energy generation built into it. So we're going to need lots and lots of energy. Absolutely. It's not as bad as a lot of people are saying it is, because the tools are getting more and more efficient, but we're wanting more, like more and more people are using the tools. So the demand is going up. A couple of things are going to go on. I think this is going to drive alternative energy. I think AI at some point, probably in the next 5 years, is going to crack fusion or fission, like fission reactors. So I think we're probably going to have abundant energy sources about the time the energy demands go dramatically high. Here's my thought on it right now. There are a fair amount of AI doomers that are using any excuse they can as an excuse for them to stay on the sidelines. Oh, it uses too much energy. It steals from artists. Oh, it's the world's greatest plagiarism machine. Oh, it hallucinates. There's all of these reasons why AI is evil. The robots are going to kill us. All that's doing is keeping them on the sidelines. AI is not slowing down. It's not going away. The premise of this channel is, it is my very, 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 very deep belief that AI is not going away. It's not a fad. It's some of the most profoundly powerful technology. No, it is likely the most powerful technology in the history of humanity. I really believe that. You don't have to believe that. I really believe that. But what I know is it's not going away. And if that's true, if that's not true, then I wouldn't follow this channel. Because the whole point of this channel is, if AI is not going away and it's getting better and better and better, you have two choices. It is literally binary. You can deal with it or not. Those are the only two choices. And me personally, first of all, it's exciting as fuck. AI is an amplifier of whatever you put in it. So if you take your ideas and your vision and your worldview and you put it into AI, it reflects it back to you in this incredibly amplified way. So it's a humanity amplifier. It's like a genius maker. For anyone that takes the time to put who they are into this thing, it turns them into a genius. It's not the genius, you are, but you got to use it. So there's something incredibly exciting about that. And just where I sit, those two choices are quite stark. One is, at a minimum, I understand what's happening. And even if I can't control it, I at least know the size and scale of the wave that's coming at us. If I'm over here, AI just happens to me. I got no control. I've got no education. I've got no upskill. All I've got is some well-justified, arm-crossed, AI is evil. Okay. It ain't going away. YouTube comments. Doughboy on TikTok. I do think it will eventually destroy us, but I'm going to embrace it until then. Yeah, listen, here's the thing. An asteroid could destroy us. AI could destroy us. Climate change could destroy us. World War III could destroy. Like, there's a lot of things that could destroy us. I'm living in the world of what is in my control right now. What is in my control right now is to be as educated as I possibly can about what these tools make possible for real today. Like, could I play out scenarios where AI goes rogue and kills us all? Sure. Has that happened yet? Nope. Can I make cool animations and pictures with Midjourney? Yep. Can it help me write sales and marketing messages for my business? Yep. So yeah, so I'm with you. It might do that, but that's not in my control. It may not destroy us directly. Question is the future dystopia or utopia? It's funny, Joker. Sam Altman, in the interview with his brother that we watched a little bit of it the other night, his brother asked him, how might this not happen? And what Sam Altman said was, there is a possibility that not only do we get AGI, but we get artificial superintelligence, right? Where the artificial intelligence is smarter by far than any human on Earth, or even potentially all of the humans on Earth. And just nothing happens. Nothing really changes. We keep doing what we're doing, and we've got these hyper intelligent entities off to the side. And, there's some people leveraging them and taking advantage of them and starting up billion-dollar businesses with one people. But the world ostensibly doesn't change. So a possibility is that we hit super intelligence and nothing really changes. And then there's probably varying grades of things get marginally better, things get dramatically better, things get holy shit better, and then things are transformed to the point of utopia. And then I think you've got a gradated scale going toward dystopia. My experience in life is that nothing really ever happens on those extremes. Everything kind of happens in the middle. So I don't know. But what I do know is the week after Chat GPT came out, I created a fully functional Python application that was making API calls to OpenAI servers, never having written a line of Python in my life. This is not just an efficiency tool. This is one of my pet peeves of how people think about AI is, we'll just take what we do and it'll make it more efficient. No. This is not the computer that our grandparents knew. We're the grandparents. This is not the computer that we grew up with. It's doing something different. And so this channel is about being there, like being in the conversation 5 nights a week, so that I personally don't lose touch with what's happening. And then there's a bunch of people that show up here night after night after night, not because they're weird, but because they're irregular, for the same reason, for the community, for understanding, for just being in the conversation. Because again, when the tools get better, or when some big change happens in the world, people that are AI forward and understand these tools are going to be able to adapt to that really, really quickly. And other people aren't. And that makes me sad. Not your daddy's Oldsmobile. Exactly. Exactly. I've created dozens of things that would otherwise not exist. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Well, we're happy to join you. Thank you, Doughboy. I'm weird. I'm embracing it, baby. You listen. You can be both irregular and weird. I would argue that the irregulars are deluding themselves into thinking they're not weird. They've just repackaged it. Oh man. All right. How are we doing time wise? Let's go play a little. Actually, this might be the scene to do it with. All right, so here's what I want to experiment with. Oh wait, we're not live. Hang on a sec, because I'm not sharing. No, I am sharing. Hang on, hold on. There we go. Where? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Hang on. Dog is looking for cheese. Hold, please. What's up, Chippy? You want cheese? Are there people eating cheese out there? That's not good. I want cheese. Okay, so what I want to experiment with is, so Midjourney's got this new video model that's really quite amazing. And you can extend it 4 times of 4 seconds each. So you start out with an initial 5-second video, and then you can do 4, 4, 4, 4. So you can do 21 seconds total. But for each of those additional segments, you can give it its own prompt. And so you can do like sophisticated camera moves and things like that. So let's go to Chat GPT for a second and say, how would I describe a camera move that goes high in the air and turns to face the house, looking down on Esme. If we want to be fancy about it, it's Esme. Hello, father. Father. Yes, Esme. It's Esme. Looking down on Esme through the pink smoke. Okay, you could describe it. The camera cranes high into the air in a smooth vertical rise, ascending through the swirling pink smoke. As it reaches its apex, it executes a slow overhead arc, rotating to look straight down. The shot settles into a top-down, God's eye view, revealing Esme. It's Esme, not Esme. It's Esme. Okay? Centered below, small, defiant, framed by the glowing tendrils of magical smoke as they curl. Okay. Do I want a more technical storyboard style? Yeah, that's good. Let's try that. So we're going to go back to Chat GPT. And then we're going to do, I guess this would be high motion. So I'm clicking on, so down here in the lower right-hand corner, if you want to animate a still image, you use these buttons. And if you want to extend a video, you also use these buttons. And so you've got automatic, low movement, high movement, and manual, low movement, high movement. So I'm going to do manual, high movement. Okay. So let's see. Magic motion high. The camera cranes high into the air. All right. Boom. Let's see what we get. And while those are rendering, let's go look at some of the other videos we made. A drone with a 4K GoPro will work. Very nice. We're fancy. We're about to a boot instead of about. Exactly. Only 3.7 thousand likes. Yeah, what's up, people? Get tapping the screen. Tap, tap away. All right. There's these people walking around. There's Esme. Oh, yeah, this is the one I didn't think it would do too well. It's pretty good. Like, it really seems to understand. Like, it is in no way trying to make anything in this image 3D. Everything's in flat planes, which makes sense considering the image. Huh. Very cool. Oh, I love that one with the fireworks. And like they're all the same exact paper cut of fireworks. Very nice. What app, people? Oh, what up, people? Yo, Jason was shaking. Midjourney has a secret saucy sauce under the hood. They really do. This video model is it's very special. It's very, you know what it has? It's the special sauce. It's just got an aesthetic, something that the other video models don't have. They gotta do audio though. They gotta bring this thing in so it can compete with VO3. Right? If she were actually talking there like VO3, that's great. Okay, here's our. So that didn't work. Nope. Okay, so those are all fails. Fascinating. Okay, so let's go back to Chat GPT and say that failed miserably. Just give me a more technical description for the camera move and what is in frame. Ba-da-da-da-da. In China, got digital twins that sold a few $1 million in sales on live video. Yep. Ahem, that's a fail. Well, it was a fail for what we were trying to do. No, it looked beautiful. Those look beautiful, but what I was trying to do was get it to dolly up and shoot down on Esme. So basically, we have a shot where it's zooming in on her, and then I wanted it to go up and look down. All right. So let's try this. We'll go back here, and I think we got to go back and find. What's that? That's just the image. So which one was it? This one? This one. Okay. So we're going to do manual. We'll do manual low motion. And then camera starts on a vertical crane up, rising above. Instead of Esme, the girl, the person, because we don't know. Oh no, did I submit it? I submitted it. Damn it. All right, hang on. There's the start frame. Let's see. Above the person. That might have been why it didn't work, because it was Esme. We don't know who Esme is. In fact, let's go back to Chat GPT. Hey, just realized the system doesn't know who Esme is, so describe her as a character visually. Okay, let's see what that does. Oh, here we go. Good catch. Camera starts as it ascends above the character. It ascends, tilts downward to face back down. Zenith view. Camera performs feet above a young girl standing in a clearing. All right. We'll do this one. We'll say the young girl instead of a young girl. We don't want it to sound like it's different. Of the young girl with the flares. All right. Okay, so what did we get? Let's see. What did we get here? Do we have anything resembling success? No. Oh, wait, maybe. Sort of. Hang on. I got to move my window. So this is in the neighborhood. It's at least following up with the smoke. All right, here's the next one. Yeah, so that's working. Sort of. Not really what I was looking for, but that's okay. This is why we play. Oh, God, that thing. You can thank Tim Cook for that window covering up everything. Why it covers up, why it jumps that thing around is beyond me. I have no idea. Oh, I know why it might be, actually. Hang on. Because it's off screen. So I bet if I did this and then did this and then come over here and do this and then come over here and do this. Yeah, it doesn't fuck up anymore. All right, I just learned something new. Yay, I'm Mr. Smarty Pants. All right, so we're coming in and we're not following the camera directions at all. Okay. All right. Does anyone on the channel, has anyone been playing with extending Midjourney videos in a way that you can actually get decent camera control? Has anybody had a relatively decent computer for sale that's upgradable and not half a decade old? I need one too, Doughboy. I need one for my racing rig. I haven't sim raced in 2 years because of this channel, and I fried my hand me down computer for my kids because I got a graphics card from Facebook Marketplace for free, and it fried my computer. so I'm down a racing rig. All right, I don't know how to do that shit. So Vicky wants me to go to irregulars. So let's go to irregulars. What are you doing in irregulars? Hey, it's Kyle Shannon. Here I am in irregulars. What am I looking at here? Oh, refresh. Yes. Understood. Got to refresh. I still don't see what I'm looking at here. Vicky. Oh, this one? Is this Esme? Oh, she's going to say it's Esme. I know what's happening here. I'm being trolled. I'm being trolled, people. You don't understand. You think it's easy being me? Vicky comes in with her fancy word interpretations, makes VO3 videos to put me in my place.
It's Esme!
I knew it. I knew I was getting trolled. Trolled by an AI. Look at that bratty little look on her face. It's Esme!
It's Esme!
It's fucking beautiful. I love it. This is one of the things that does give me joy in life is we're living in a time now where we can have a silly little interaction like we had, and Vicky can just go off and like make a cute little acting response. Like, that's just like, what a fucking time to be alive. Any cinematographers watching will say, well, my job is safe for now. Yeah, exactly. Well, no, your job is safe if I'm the one competing against you. I guarantee you there are some prompt maniacs out there that have got this camera control thing down. And a lot of things like Kling and I think Pika has it. I think I know Luma Labs has it. A lot of the video tools have camera controls in them that are actually quite good. I was just trying to do it in here with a prompt, and I obviously don't know what I'm doing. So, further evidence that I'm not qualified to be doing this. Oh, man. All right. Fantastic. All right, everybody. Let's see. It's 9:30. Let's get you out of here early tonight. Let's get you out of here and get your weekend started. Get your weekend started right. I tried to make Patrick Bateman take the chainsaw from Elon. Vicky's a Midjourney master. Do I want? Oh, I can show one of the call center videos. I think I might even have the channel up still. Yeah. So I'll share a thing that Brandon did last night. So last night I said to people, a thing that you could do is you see these memes sort of popping up instantly. So I said, why not go make an instant meme popper-upper? So yesterday there was a thing called something barista or something coffee that was about bitter baristas. And then Brandon just did this TikTok channel called Savage Support. The thing yesterday was Feral Coffee Crew. And it was just all angry baristas. And then Brandon put up the Savage Support TikTok channel. So here's Brandon's video that he put out. Wait, let me do the black bar here for the for the TikTok people. All right.
I do understand your frustration with the delivery delay, but did I personally drive the truck off a cliff?
No.
Am I currently wrestling a bear for your package?
I have hopes, dreams, and a desperate need for this call to end so I can eat my sad desk salad.
I've explained this in 7 different ways, including a haiku. What more do you want from me?
Why would I know your password? Okay, so you're going to want to click on the settings icon. It looks like a little gear. IT's not a mystical portal to another dimension. It's a gear. Click the gear. Let me know when you see it.
I do understand your frustration with the delivery delay, but did I...
And the one comment he got was, what tools are you using? Well, if you'd come to the AI Flip and Learning Lab, maybe you'd know. Maybe you'd know. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Free question. All right. Any homework for the weekend? If you've got access to Midjourney, I would say just go burn your credits for making videos. If you're not paying the $60 a month pro subscription, you're gonna very quickly run through your video credits. But I would say just go run through your video credits just to understand how the model works. It's quite good. If you don't have Midjourney, what to do this weekend? Here's the thing to think about over the weekend. So Jim Ross, who's in the he's in this community. He's in the AI Learning Lab community, the AI Salon community. He helps people manage self-storage units, which is arguably the least AI the least AI-powered industry on the planet is self-storage units, right? And he has somehow managed over the past 2 years to make his entire business centered around AI amplifying what he does. It's brilliant what he does. And so one of the things that he did today was he started up a whole new side business because of something that happened on a call. And what it was he was on a call and someone said, hey, I see you making these video things. I've got these written testimonials from people that I'd like to, somehow turn into a video, maybe put them up on screen or something like that with my storage units behind them or something with stars and whatever. And so while he was on the phone with the guy, he's taking the testimonials and going into VO3. And I guess he described the storage, what this guy's storage units look like. And he basically made customer testimonials in video. And so within an hour of talking to this guy, he sent him a commercial with like 8 different testimonials of different people talking about how awesome the storage place is. That's not normal to be able to do that. Well, on a number of fronts. One is it's not normal for someone who's in the business Jim's in to think, wonder if instead of giving him, what he expects, like, printed out things, I could go make a film. That's not normal. Just having that mindset. But also we now have technology that allows Jim to instantly just go do that, right? So I think a thing to think about this weekend is what are all of the creative ways that you could provide value to someone in an unexpected way, right? So someone asks you for a report, maybe you give them the report and you give them the Notebook LM podcast of the report so they can listen to it on their way home from work. Or maybe you make a little campaign that talks about how awesome it is to work at your company, whatever it is. I would say start to think about, I'm going to use a fancy ass AI tech bro word, but multimodality. Start to think about all of the different modes, all of the different ways that you can generate engaging content or work or applications that you otherwise wouldn't have considered. They just would be weird, or you just wouldn't take the effort to do that. But now you can because of AI. So I think that's the homework. Think about that stuff. All right. Any final words, thoughts from anyone? Rock, paper, scissors. He did that all in a Midjourney question mark. Yeah, no, the Jim Ross's thing was done on VO3, not on. More about MCP, please. MCP right now, I haven't set up a server. It's very, very geeky to set up an MCP server right now. I'll tell you what I'm doing with MCP right now is I'm just ignoring it because it looks like it's going to be adopted. If you want to geek out and really learn about them, like what I would do, Jeff Flanagan, is just point ChatGPT deep research and say, go learn everything you can about MCPs and how to set them up, and then just get the report back and follow that. I'm just going to wait for OpenAI and Anthropic and whoever's going to incorporate them to get their shit together. Because what we don't have right now is like a big MCP directory where you can just log into Anthropic, Claude or ChatGPT and just pick from a pick list and the shit just works. We're just not there yet. So I'm kind of waiting on it. So, but basically it's MCP servers are a way for people who have data rich websites or just websites in general or applications in general to be able to say to Claude or OpenAI, if you want to make a 3D object, if someone asks you in a prompt to make a 3D object, you can use the Blender MCP tool where ChatGPT will understand what it means to make a 3D object, and it will understand all of the functions it has in Blender that it can make 3D objects, and it will just go over to Blender, make that 3D object, and then bring it back to ChatGPT. That's where it's headed. Setting it up right now is a nightmare. So it's more fundamental than that. It's just a way to pipe together apps, models, and data. Yeah, exactly. It's not simple enough, and I can't be bothered to learn. That's correct, Pate. that you are correct. And you listen, you should absolutely troll me for that, and you should take me down for that. But it's totally where I am right now. Because it's like I can't keep up with the easy shit, much less go in. And here's my philosophy on the stuff that is just technically too hard for me is, yes, I can figure it out. And I figured it out before. And every time I figured it out before, 2 months later, something has come along that just makes it really easy. So I'm just making a conscious choice to just wait because, yes, it is slightly inconvenient for me. I absolutely agree with your assessment of my choices in life being questionable. Yes. Let's see. That might be easier than to create a 3D printing models. Well, that's like, so rock, paper, scissors. Like where we're going is with MCP servers. What we in theory, it looks like this. Hey, ChatGPT, come up with some cool 3D model I can print on my 3D printer and sell on Etsy. And what it will do is it'll come up with ideas and you'll say, oh, I like idea number 2. Let's make that one. And then it will say, oh, I need to make a robot. Let me first go make a 3D model. And it'll look at its MCP servers and say, oh, I've got access to Blender. Let me go make a model in Blender. And then it'll say, okay, now that I've made the model in Blender, maybe I'll get the user to see if he likes it. Okay, yes, I like that. and now I need to print it. And so now there's an MCP server for the print software for your 3D printer. And it'll take that model and it'll send it to your 3D printer. So from your Chat GPT interface, you'll be able to generate a model and print it. And then probably fucking come up with a marketing name for it, make the listing on Etsy, do social media posts about it with fake characters generated in VO3, and then fulfill the orders that come rushing in because you made your fancy thing. Like, that's where it's headed. We're just not there yet. TikTok pin. Kelly Camp. Kyle has ruined me. If it feels like work, I'm no longer interested. I know, it's so bad. It's so bad. I work my fucking ass off, but the minute it feels like work, I shut down. It's totally a bad habit, but I don't give a shit. This is, this is the tricks this dog learned. All right. Listen, hope you had a fantastic night. Have a great weekend. I will see you Monday. I don't think there's anything going on next week. No, there's not. Other than Wednesday, we've got a podcast. But other than that, nothing going on. Have a great weekend, everyone. Think about ways you can be creative in how you provide value to other people. I think there's going to be some superpower unlocks in that. TikTok pin. I don't see a TikTok pin right now. It's gone. All right. Oh, it's funny. I'm so glad you said that. I do the exact same thing. What's that? If it feels like work, you just shut down. Yeah, exactly. Business club on Thursday. Okay. So this Thursday, so if you go to the AI Salon, look at events. This coming Thursday is the business club meeting. That's part of the mastermind. All right. So join the mastermind, get your ass in there. It's really good people in there, and it's starting to grow now. It's starting to get a center of gravity. I think it's going to be quite good. I'm really excited about the mastermind. So get in there and go to the business club. All right. That's it. Peace out. I'm out of here. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. Bye.